Hey, welcome to Plant a Garden TV. How you guys doing today? All right, guys. Today, our focusing on making compost, and what we're doing today, we're gonna show you exactly how we make our compost and what we do to make our compost. So, what I'm doing right at this moment is actually I'm going up there and I'm actually going and get the weeds from out the ground, and we're going to be training it in this compost pile right here. That compost pile gonna turn into a compost to add in container or to add in raised bed around or even around your plants them. These are really natural way, beautiful way to create compost, and I'm gonna be showing you exactly what I'm doing. Hey Len, life and less blessings to you. Thank you all for being here. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like button. Every time you come here, we have great information for you. So please hit the like button, double tap on the screen. Hit that like button, guys. All right? So what I'm going to do here today, I'm going to walk around this whole garden, and I'm going to just be taking up weeds and put them in a pile to break down. Most of the weeds, we're going to leave them in the garden, allow them to dry down, and when they dry down, then we mix them into the soil. But we also want to create a compost pile. So that's what we're doing here. Right in this area here, we created a compost pile. This is actually weeds that grows up in the garden every season. Let me turn around the phone. These are weeds that grows up in the garden. This weed is very rich in nutrient, very rich in nutrient. Some of these weeds also release nutrients into the soil. So sometimes it's good to leave them, allow them to dry down in your garden and mix them in with the soil. I do that all the time, but right at this moment, I'm trying to build a compost pile. We have several compost piles in different areas with different type of plants, but today we're taking up the weeds out of our garden to make a compost pile. All right, guys, don't forget to hit that like button, guys, please. I will appreciate it. There's a lot of information in this video today. We also going to talk about liquid compost. Please hit the like button. in a few months, with a lot of rain, this is gonna break down very fast. This compost break down pretty, pretty fast. So for next spring, these gonna be ready. We could also add them in a container. I also want to show you how to prepare a container for the next spring. A lot of people wait until the spring to start preparing their soil, but I don't do that. I start now. I start preparing my soil in the fall, not the spring. So you start working on your soil, you start working on your compost. So when the spring come, you actually ready. This is how we create free garden, because we ain't got to buy compost. We ain't got to buy seed, because we save our own seed. You see right here? This is a bell pepper right here. And look how much seeds I'm showing you. So we don't need to buy seeds because we save our own seed. Then, as you see, we walk around, we take up weeds, we allow the weeds to break down, to dry, break down. Then we mix them in the soil into the winter, into the fall, winter. And then these things become serious compost for our plants. So I'm gonna continue doing this for a minute. Then I'm gonna show you how I pack containers in the fall, preparing them for the spring. All right, guys, let me see. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. We have a lot of people up inside this live. Please hit the like button. Double tap the screen, guys. With a bed like that I'm creating there, if you allow all this to break down and then add some soil to it and then plant some food inside of it, you won't believe how these plants gonna grow. You would not believe. But I'm gonna give you the secret in this life today. We're gonna give you a lot of information, a lot of secrets for garden success, a lot of ways how to have your plant producing ongoing. And if you're living in the area where there's frost, if you're living in an area where you're dealing with frost, cold weather, you can get your plant to produce for a good amount of time during that season, ongoing. Meaning you're gonna have the plant producing, growing, producing, growing, producing. They will never stop produce. Why they will never stop produce? Because they get in that nutrients, that minerals, everything it need in that soil. So once you're able to give a plant what it needs, it's not gonna stop producing, guys. It's not gonna stop producing. Is there anyone have any question today? Please put it in the comment section. And please, guys, hit that like button, please. Thank you all. We also gonna be harvesting some food as well today. Yes, we're gonna harvesting food as well. We're gonna be planting, we're gonna be harvesting edibles, and we also gonna be planting edibles as well. All right, so while we're picking up the weeds, we also harvesting edibles, and we will be planting back a few edibles as well. Hey Marlene, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Blessings. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Appreciate it. When we're done, we're gonna talk about composting in a minute and what we could use to make composting. We're gonna walk around. We're gonna show you that in a minute. Induhi Rabbit, how you doing? Blessings. Thank you all. Please hit the like button. As soon as you come in, tap that like button, guys. I will appreciate it. All right. This is Edo we harvesting here. Seems like we might get in another red bucket today. These are basically like a free garden. Because once you plant the garden, it starts producing for you. And then growing a garden without spending any money, it is a blessing. These days, it is a blessing to be able to accomplish that. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. We'll truly appreciate it. Thank you all so much. Thank you all for hitting the like button. Truly appreciate you guys. You guys are so supportive. Blessings to each and every one. All right, so we have a lot to talk about today. Hey Lynette, how you doing, Lynette Wallace? Blessings to you. Blessings to you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Appreciate it. Lots of information today. You don't want to miss it. Yes, more food, guys, more food. Food and more food. All right, so what we're gonna do now, hey Clipty, blessings to you, Clipty. What's going on? Thank you all so much. All right, don't forget to hit the like button, guys. There's a lot of information coming here today, so please don't hesitate to smash that like button. All right, guys, so these are the weeds that I now take up. As you can see, I now was harvesting these weeds from right here, and this is a pile that I have here already. As you can see, we have a lot going on here. We have, if you notice down there, you're gonna see what's going on down there. You're gonna start to see bacteria. You start to see ants. You're seeing bugs running out of in there. All these are beneficial in our compost pile. So we don't need nothing crazy down inside here. All we do, we add our leaf. You see, look at what's going on down here. These are the things that's going to break down the soil for us. You don't need to add nothing up inside your compost pile for it to break down. Eventually, earthworms going to start to find their way up inside here. You're going to start to find all different type of beneficial insect parasite up inside here, and guess what? There is the one that's going to be coming through these compost and breaking them down. All right, then you have the rain, then you have the sun. All this is we're going to break down your compost pile. So I don't add nothing to my compost pile. Nothing, and unless it's natural. If it ain't natural, it's not going in my compost pile. If I don't grow it, if it ain't growing in my garden, it is not going in my compost pile. So all we have here, we have a lot going on here so far. Down underneath there, we have beans, the vines of beans down in the bottom. And then we add some soil on top of that. Then we come and we add more of this. If you notice, you see it start breaking down without we add anything to it. So a lot of people have their own way of doing this. But when you talk about natural gardening, you cannot add all these things people talk about and then they want to tell you is a natural garden. I'm showing you here right now. All you have to do, put them in a pile like that. Hey Crystal, see how you doing? Put them in a pile like this and just allow them. What they're gonna do, they're gonna break down. All the beneficial insect we need up in this gonna come find their way up inside here, and by the time next spring, these, you could use these and throw them in your raised bed. You could throw them in your container. You could throw them all around your plants them. All right? There's another secret to composting, guys. One thing I don't want, there's a lot of us do composting, but something we got to understand about composting. What we got to understand about composting? What is there to understand? What is there to understand about composting? What is there? Composting is something. Basically, when we take the weeds, when we take whatever the leaf, when we take these things and we use them to create compost for our garden, feed our soil, that the soil can feed our plants. When we do that, there's something we cannot allow. There's something we cannot allow. We cannot allow the compost to dry out. We cannot allow the compost to dry out, because if the sun dries out that compost, suck out all the nutrients out of it, suck out the minerals out of it, it becomes what it becomes. It just becomes dry stuff. That's basically what it becomes. Because believe it or not, just like how you see the sun penetrate the earth, the surface, and it dries it out, it's the same thing. So sometimes when the heat, you see, like during the winter, it's okay. You could leave it open from time to time, especially if you're not in a place that dealing with snow. You could leave it open from time to time. But when the summer comes on, that compost need to have some kind of cover, because when the sun starts to penetrate, it dries it out. Then it becomes what? Dry stuff. You need that nutrients. You need that minerals. That's what feed the plant. The nutrients and the minerals is what feed the plant. Not the dry stuff, is what's in the dry stuff. So what I'm saying is you could make compost, but try don't allow it to dry out. Try don't allow the sun to dry it out. I'm gonna show you something. Check this out. This is soil, and this is the surface where the sun shines. We're not getting no water, so the earth is really dry. This is when it dries out. In this case, when the sun dries this out, it drying out all the nutrients, it drying out all the minerals out of it. So it's not actually doing anything for the plant. You see what I'm coming from? Because the sun already dries it out. It needs the minerals inside of it. This is why I recommend planting deep. Because when you plant deep, it takes time for the sun to penetrate down. But the surface, the sun gonna dry it up. So the compost pile, you try your best for it not to dry out. You need that substance. You need a substance inside of it, because what is the substance? The nutrients, the mineral, all these, that's the substance. So you feed in your plant with dry out compost, it's not helping. Like for instance, someone told me that you could bake out your compost. Mean put it in a heat and dry it out. I really don't know about that, and I don't see where, from my experience, I don't see where it's beneficial, because when you dry it out, it have no nutrient. When you burn it out, unless you ain't burn it and turn it to ash. If it burn and turn to ash, yes, then you could use the ash, which is a beautiful thing that I use to make fertilizer, ashes with water. But allowing it to dry out, bake out, what's inside of it, there's no nutrients. And this is why a lot of people fail in this. And it's not really fail. I wouldn't say fail. What I will most say is like make mistakes. I'm not even mistake. It's how to put it, because it's a learning process. So I don't want to put it as opposed to fail. It's a learning process. But this is why a lot of people don't see a lot of success, because of these problems. Not because you buy compost, meaning it's full of nutrients. That's why it's good for you to do it yourself. Because if you do it, you know how it was made. You know you had it in cool area where the sun ain't penetrating it and dry it out. So you know there's some type of nutrients inside of it. So where we just fail a lot is lack of nutrients in our soil, lack of minerals in our soil, lack of earthworms, lack of bacteria. Because many times, sometimes whatever we're using is not really working for our bacteria that's in our soil. And our soil need these bacteria. It's a system in the soil where all of them works together. So they need each other. They need the soil need them. So if we get rid of them, we messing up the soil. So don't allow your compost to dry out. You need that nutrients, guys. You need that minerals, guys, that can feed the plant, because that's exactly what the plant needs. Nutrients, minerals, all these type of stuff. That's what, if the soil didn't have that, how could the plants grow? to their full potential? How could the plant produce to their full potential if there's no nutrients? Just like us, we need the sunlight, we need vitamins, we need minerals, we need fiber, we need all these things to keep our body going. We need all these things to keep our body going. It's the same with the plant. When a woman gets pregnant, the woman need all the nutrients she could ever have for this baby. She need all she need. She need to feed herself that she can feed the baby. It's the same with the plant. So if the plant is not getting the nutrients, is not getting the minerals, how could this plant produce for you continuously or in abundance? How is that possible? And this is where we see a lot of lack of production in our garden. All right, I'm going to show you today how to pack, how I pack a container garden. Container. The container to actually basically a container. First of all, guys, first of all, I create a hole right in the center right here. This is an old bucket, pretty old bucket right here. I create a hole in the center right there, depending on which plant it is. Depending. And you see, these are the things we have to know. This is why you have to pay attention and study your plants. Now, some plants, you put a hole in the center and maybe you put a couple around there. Some plants. Also, some plants, you only put one hole in the center and then you put hole like to the side here, to the side. So basically, you want some type of water to settle underneath there, and if the water reach up there, it's gonna run out to the hole by the side. Why is that? Because there's a lot of plants that love their root to be soaking in water. So if the plant loves to be soaking in water, the hole is better to be across here. Like across here. So what happens is it will always have water for their root to be in, which there's other plants who does not want no water. All they want you to do, you wet them, the water run down, they get the water and the rest runs out. No, that's where you put a hole there, and you could put at least 3 holes around because you want it drain out. So the drainage is very important. Drainage is very important in container garden. And you need to study these plants before you prepare your container. You need to know which plants do not like water, settle at their root. And you also need to know which plant love their root, like pepper. You need to put at least 1, 2, 3, 4 and one in the center. If you're growing peppers, you need to do that because pepper do not want no water. Hey Crystal, how you doing? At their root, they want to be wet and the water run out and they okay. With some plants, love the water to be settling their bottom, that they have access to the water at all time. Guys, do you guys have any question? You can ask. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to prepare a container for you. So we already have the hole together, right? We already know which plant we're growing, so we already prepare our holes, right? So now we're going to be focusing on packing this container. Seeing I'm going to be using weeds today, seeing I'm going to be using weeds, sometimes I pack it just like the forest. When I say like the forest, you know, sometimes in the forest there's stick, there's leaf, there's all kind of stuff on the ground. So what we do, we're gonna pack some stick to the bottom. But we're not doing the forest study. We're doing a different way. So now what we do, we add some of this to the bottom. To the bottom, we pack that to the bottom. And the hole under there, this gonna attract a lot of earthworms and beneficial insects from the ground. Do you ever move a container? And when you move the container, you see the worms underneath? Yes, because all the nutrients, when you wet the plant, it's just running out under there, and that's where they feed. No, you want them in the container. That's where you want them. In the container. So the hole in the center and all these organic matter to the bottom is what gonna attract them in the container. So what we're gonna do now, let me show you what I'm gonna do. Right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to add some soil. You never make, there's more compost than soil. It should always be more soil than compost. Okay, so we in the fall, right? So we in the fall, and what we're doing, we're preparing this container for the next spring. This is what we're doing. Hey, Life with Tasha, how you doing? Blessings. All right, so this is what we do, right? So now what we're doing now, we're gonna take a little of this and we're gonna add to the top. To the top. So we have this in the bottom. We add the soil, and now we're gonna add this little bit to the top. And then what we do, we come again and we get the soil. And guess what? This is ready for next garden season. This is ready for next garden season. Just like that. Ready and prepared. What you do, you take this and you just put this in an area and just leave it there. You could even cover it if you like, or you could even leave it there, or you could even take some more grass and just cover the top. Just cover the top and just leave that right there. So now your container is prepared and ready for next spring. This method I now show you guys, you don't need to add anything but water in this container. So in the spring, when the spring come, I'm gonna show you this. So now we in the spring now, and everything break down. Everything break down, so we feel nice. Our soil is nice and ready. So we dig out, we dig out the hole in the center, we dig it, go down, and we plant our plant. And all we need to do to this is water it. That's all we need to do. You don't need to add anything but water. Or if you have some composting and you feel like, all right, let me give them a little composting, fine, that's fine. So this is how we create free garden, guys. This is how we create free garden. We take the weeds them out of our garden. We walk around, we put them in piles. We put them in piles. We also make our own composting, our own liquid fertilizer, and just like that, we create a free garden. Just like that. You know, I could show you the proof. Is there anyone new in the chat today? Is there anyone new in the live today? If you're new in the live, if it's your first time, please press 1. If it's your first time, you can subscribe to the channel because we have lots of videos coming. I want you guys to also go and check out my live I did yesterday where we getting ready. We was preparing to start building a shack in the forest. I think you guys should check that out because that's the beginning. That's the first video. Please go and check it out. All right. A.N. Kalo, Nicola Benjamin, hi, Sian Ho, A.N. Robert Cook. How you all doing? Blessings, guys. All right. So, okay. New people. All right, guys. So, let me shout you guys out. Nicola Benjamin, shout out to you. Welcome to the channel. Hi, and Smith. Let me use your last name, Smith. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you guys. Robert Cook, welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for being here. You guys would not regret hitting that subscribe button and hit the bell that you can get notified because we have so many. And just for you guys today, I'm gonna walk around and I'm gonna show you guys some production that going on using these methods that I'm using. I'm gonna show you the production. You could also go back to my channel. You will see how much we harvest this year so far and still harvesting. So we're gonna walk around and we're gonna show you some production in our garden. So these are peppers right here and we harvest from these peppers already, but guess what? They're still producing. They did not stop producing, you know, and they're still pushing flowers. Still pushing flowers at this moment. All right. Let me show you the size of our pumpkin. Check out our pumpkin here. You see the size of the pumpkin? Let me show you this one over here again. Look, this one here. This one is massive. Check it out. You see this one? It's massive, guys. So what I'm saying is, guys, I'm just showing you guys these as result because this is the method we use and it's working really, really well for us. This is another pumpkin coming up right here. Let me show you some production, guys. With this method, we also grow 9 feet tall pepper trees. Yeah, we grow 9 feet tall pepper trees. And this is the late garden season, guys. Right now, we don't harvest a lot of the food already, but I'm just showing you what is still happening at this moment. Our pepper trees, them is still loaded with pepper. Look how much they're producing. Look how much they're producing. Loaded with pepper and still pushing out flowers. So the method that we're using is actually working. So growing your food natural, trying to create a free garden without spending a dime, it's possible because we making it work. We actually making it work, guys. All right. So this is one pepper tree here. All the way go over there. You see how much pepper? All the way going over here. Look how much pepper we have going on here. Even over there. Loaded with pepper, guys. All these is pepper tree. All these is pepper tree. Loaded with pepper from up there. I'm going to show what eggplant. We harvest so much eggplant already, guys. And the stuff them is still producing eggplant. Like, you see? This is eggplant. Come around here. Eggplant, eggplant. Eggplant, so much guys, so much. And over here is peppers. And my goodness, you seeing peppers everywhere guys. Everywhere you turn. And guess what? I think it's 2 days ago, I now harvest a bunch of pepper from this garden. And look what's still going on over the pepper everywhere guys. So our method, our garden is full proof of our method. Our garden is full proof that whatever we're talking about is actually working. All right, we have bell pepper like what? Look here. Bell pepper, bell pepper, bell pepper, bell pepper. I want to see. No, I ain't got no onion right now. Don't harvest the onion them. Bell pepper, bell pepper. That's all over the guys. All over the I'm telling you. So basically what I'm saying is, look down here again, eggplant. Eggplant, eggplant. Eggplant. Oh my goodness, this thing is producing. Eggplant. Eggplant, eggplant. You see all these areas we already harvest from these areas already. So we don't harvest food which was edibles. No, we have pepper here again, ready for harvest again. You see what I'm saying? All this is pepper tree, ready for harvest and still producing at this moment, still producing. That is a 9-foot bell pepper tree right there. That one there, 9 foot, and it have on some real massive pepper, but I don't want to harvest them because I want to seeds them. So this is what I'm saying guys. Our method actually works. And we believe in gardening this way because we've been doing it for a long time. And what we see make we understand we don't need to do anything else. We just need to continue do what we're doing. So we just sharing the information. And if you guys, I'm not telling you guys to go around and stop garden the way you garden. I'm just saying, if you want to try, you could try it because it's very beneficial guys. Very beneficial. So we already show you guys how to pack a container. We already show you how we create our own compost. We walk around. Hey Donald Buck, how you doing? Blessings, blessings. Don't forget to hit that like button guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. Appreciate you all. Yes, so we show you the way that we create our compost. We show you how we prepare our container. We show you the production of our plants, how much they produce, how much they continue producing. So it's a blessing. So we showing you the proof at the same time. We're not just talking guys, we're showing the proof. So what we're gonna continue do, we're gonna continue walk around and we're gonna keep picking weeds because we're trying to create a real massive compost pile from this type of weed. These weeds is very easy to break down and I love them for that reason. So you could take up these weeds and in months you have compost. So in 6 months time you have compost to put around your plants them. You see guys, a pile of compost. There's one thing I can tell you all. This way of gardening is harder than the other ways that people use. because you know we do everything manual. We don't come out, we don't spray, not spray our grass. No, we pull them up. The reason we pull them up because we need them and we know their benefit. So we come and we pull them up and we walk over here. You see, all here they loaded with food, guys. All here they loaded with food. But you know, this is basically the ending of the garden season. So we've been doing a lot of harvest. You see, so this is what we're doing. We're taking the weed up and pile them up in one area and leave them for the spring. And that's free compost right there. We also can just leave them to dry down underground. We also can do that. But some of them I'm gonna leave to dry down, but I also need some to make compost. I also need some to make composting. And now I have a mixture that I gotta you put together with some different type of leaf. And you know what? I'm gonna start doing videos where I'm showing you different type of leaf to make compost with. So on this channel, guys, is a lot of information you can learn. I have over 3,000 videos on my channel, so you could go and check out my channel. Trust me, it's like a university over there on my channel, Plant a Garden TV. This same channel you on right now. Go and check out these videos. It's like a university over that side. All right? All right, all up here is a lot of food up here. Lots of food. Yeah. You see the spider, guys? The spider is waiting for its food. Do anybody know what type of spider is this? Who knows what type of spider is this? Look at it. It's just there waiting for food. If you know what type of spider is that, please press 1. If you know what type of spider is that, please press 1, guys. All right. These eggplant produced so much this year, and they're still producing. And what I'm actually trying to do now is stake them up because they're getting heavy, and you don't want to really lose. This is the end of the garden season, and you're really not trying to lose anything. So you got to come in your garden. The pepper them is producing so much. It's like the eggplant is producing so much. I mean, the garden was a success. It was a very successful garden season. And we're just giving you the recipe. We're just showing you the things you could use. You know, if you have a small backyard, you could use a 5-gallon bucket and make your compost. Or you could get a $25, a 25-gallon container, like a garbage container, and you could add water in it and just keep pushing leaf down inside it and create a compost tea. You see this right there? This is some real, container is dirty guys, but excuse my container. This is real rich stuff right here. This stuff will have your plants them growing and producing. I'm telling you. You know what's in this? Cabbage leaf. Or you know what? Let me see guys. Let me see my people up inside here. Alright. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. If you're in here for the first time, please subscribe. Shout out to all the people who is actually here for the first time today. Shout out to you guys. This is real rich stuff right here, guys. All right, guys. Yes. Is there any question today? If you have any question, please feel free, guys. Any question, feel free. Any question about gardening? Man, this thing is pretty producing. Lord, watch it again. Wow. banana producing, guys. Yeah. I don't know. We hitting the fall, guys, and I'm seeing these plants pushing out new leaf. And we hitting the fall usually. At this time, they're dropping everything. But this year, they actually producing new leaf within this time. Ain't that something? Let me see this one over here. And this is one of my pumpkin. Hey Alice Brown, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yes, this is one of my pumpkin. I see it producing a lot of males. Okay, all right. We see a female here. Okay. That's a female right there. Okay. All right. That's wonderful. When you start seeing females, you know that's a beautiful, that's a good idea. From the time you start seeing female, yes. These are some potato here. I think I'm gonna give these potato another 2 months. Maybe in the next 2 months, I might be able to harvest out all these potatoes. So I'm gonna just allow them, let them do the thing right now. All right, guys, so thank you all again for such a beautiful day. Let me see. Okay, hold on, let me see. Let me see if anything going on with this pumpkin here. See if I see anything. Okay, let me see. Once you see your pumpkin start pushing female, you got to be grateful, because a lot of times what they're actually pushing is a lot of male. A lot of times is a lot of male they pushing, and you barely seeing female. So once if you ain't seen a female, then you can't get these. And if you don't get them pollinate, you cannot get them. So even though they're pushing female, if they're not getting pollinated, you're not getting no pumpkin. So sometimes even you, yourself, okay, I see a female one here. This is a female pumpkin, guys. This is how a female pumpkin looking. You see? This is how a female pumpkin look. To the bottom, you see it form the pumpkin. Then it have the flowers to the top. These flowers have to open and get pollinated, or that pumpkin there is gonna fall off. It have to get pollinated. Hey Zilly Millie, how you been doing? I've been seeing a lot of bees around my garden. Do they pollinate? Yes, bee is one of the best pollinators you have. And if you're seeing bees around your garden, you should be very happy. Yes, bees pollinate. So if you have your pumpkin, this is a male right here. This is a male flowers, right? Hey Pure Grow, what's up, man? Blessing, and I hope you're doing well. Yes, doing wonderful. Doing wonderful, yes. Yes. Yes, guys, so like I was now saying, all these is male flowers. And this male is what gonna pollinate the female for you. And if the male comes up and goes back, because that happens a lot of times too. The female comes up and goes back. And then, no, the male comes up, goes back, and then the female comes up after, and there's no male to pollinate the female. That is a problem right there. There's have to be male are wrong when the female is a wrong. Because this is how you wanna get the pollinating process happen working. Now with the bees is a really good pollinators in our garden, and I'm gonna be grateful because if this ain't pollinate, I would not get this pumpkin here. You see what I'm coming from? This is a male. This is the male. Let me open the male and see if I can show you how the male inside looking. You see guys, you see the kind of information I show you guys? That's why you guys need to hit that like button, smash that like button. All right, this is the male. You see the male? This is the male. Let me see if I can take it out. This is how the male looking. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys, please. It wouldn't take anything away from you guys. That's just giving support, okay? Yeah, this is the male pumpkin. This one is the male. If this is not a wrong, when the female comes around, just gonna fall off. The pumpkin is not gonna pollinate if the male is not around. Now, if the male is around, and then you have bees, sometimes ants, all kind of small insect help pollinate. So if this is around with the female, let me show you the female. Let me show you the female. I'm gonna teach you the process here today. And this is what Planter Garden TV is telling you guys. Real information at Planter Garden TV. All right, so don't hesitate to smash that like button, guy. I got 2 pumpkin babies so far. All right, good. Hey, Cock Francis, how you doing? Now, let me show you this process. This is why you guys need to hit this like button. No, this is the male right here. I'm not gonna open it, but this is a female. I don't want to open it because I don't want to mess with the pumpkin, so I'm gonna leave it. But this is the male, and what you could do, you could take this male. Sometimes you take this and you push it down in the female because you call that hand pollination. You could take this and you put it down inside there when this is open, and you take this and you dab it around inside there. This is for if you're not getting bees and you're not seeing these kind of stuff in your garden. You could do it yourself. You take the male, which this is the male. Ain't this something? Ain't this something? This is the male. The female is open, is like is almost like a star down inside there. So what you're doing, you're taking this and you're pushing it down in there and wipe it around, and that can be a form of pollination itself. But if you have the bees and you have all these things, you don't need to do that. All right? But sometimes you have to do that because that's how you're gonna eat. So learning to hand pollinate, it's something you need to know and learn, because if you're not seeing bees, you're not gonna eat no food. All right? Yes, I feel head pollination is best as long as you can catch the open female flowers. Yes, once you catch it, you should try it. Trust me, I had to do that. Yes. All right. I think if you're not seeing no bees, once the female open, you take the male and you put it down inside there and you rub it around. Because if it ain't pollinate, it's just gonna fall off. This, this is pollinate. You know this one is pollinated. All right, you know that for sure. That is pollinate. Check this one out here. You know this is pollinate because these already farm pumpkin already. Look at this one in here, boy. Look at this massive one here. You know this pollinate. Massive pumpkin. Heavy. This now, how you know a pumpkin is well mature? When you start seeing this start turning almost like getting to a dry state, that's when you know it fully well mature. That doesn't mean you cannot harvest this now. Yes, you can harvest this and have a beautiful pumpkin. But if like you're trying to store the pumpkin, if for instance, see that underneath? Okay. I see some bugs under there, so I gotta move them. You see, if you're trying to store the pumpkin, then you wanna make sure that you allow this to start getting brown. You see the bottom? Okay. But I ain't trying for this pumpkin to spoil at all. This is too massive. I ain't trying to see that spoil. So I will have to harvest this pretty soon. This is a pumpkin that you can harvest anytime now. Like I said, if you're trying to store them, then you want to make sure that the stem there is start turning brown. But I think I got to harvest that because I'm ready to start eating some pumpkin. So I might have to harvest that one and then leave the others. Okay, so we see a female here. This is a female, and I don't know. I'm just hoping that it get home. You see this? This ain't look like it pollinate. All right? This female here, you see the size pure grow? Yes. This female here, it ain't look like it pollinate. Maybe I'm wrong, but the way of it, the color of it, make it look to me like it ain't pollinate. But this is the same thing I'm saying. If they don't get pollinate, you're gonna see the pumpkin form, but it's gonna fall off. So right at this moment, this look like it ain't pollinate, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. There was one right down here, and it didn't pollinate and it fall off same way. So this is what I'm saying, guys. Sometimes you got to get busy out there and start doing the whole. I have some down inside there, but I don't want to walk down inside there. It have some pumpkin down inside there. Because if you walk down and mash the vines, you could damage the vines, and then just like that, the pumpkin is not getting the that nutrients it need. And I need them over there. I'm gonna allow them to mature. I'm gonna definitely allow them to mature. But yes, it's very important, guys, because like I said, these pumpkins sometimes they push a lot of male, and you see, look, males. And when they push in a lot of male, what happening? You hardly seeing any female. Then after a period of time, you see the female them start appearing. You see the female start appearing. So now, if when the female appear, the male already gone, then that's a problem right there. That is a problem. That's where you might got to come in and be busy. And just like I now show you a minute ago, for the people who now come in, let me show you what the male and how the male look. The male flowers look. This is the male. You see, this is the male. Let me take it right off. You see, this is the male pumpkin. You see, guys, at Plant a Garden TV, we go into details, guys. Guys, smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button. Right, so now this is the male. Ain't this something? This is the male. And when the female open up, you take this and you dab it around. You dab it around inside the female. And when you dab it around, that's how it get pollinated. How the bee pollinate them? The bee land on the male, and then the pollen from the male, when the bee goes over to the female, then it carry the pollen with it, and that's how it pollinate the female. So it's very important. I think you need to learn how to hand pollinate. I think you really need to learn how to hand pollinate because time is getting serious, and in many places you hardly see bees. You hardly see bees in many places. So learn how to hand pollinate, guys. Learn how to hand pollinate. It's important. So this is the male, and one day I might be able to show you the female. Once I come and the female is open, I might be able to show you guys the way the female looking. All right. So yes, guys, this is 2025 gardening season, and look what's going on. There's a lot of people today who trying to plant a fall garden right at this moment. There's a lot of people who putting in the work to grow a fall garden. But the way I garden, guys, in my zone, the way I garden, I don't have to plant a fall garden, because if you notice, my garden is still, we in the fall, and my garden is still loaded with food. I'm still harvesting. So at the end of the day, each individual supposed to know their zone and how it works in their zone and what grows in their zone. I think this is very, very important. All right. You need, in the fall is when you start, that's when I start working on soil, harvesting and walking on the soil at the same time. Harvesting and walking at the soil. You have to know what to plant, that you could have food all through the spring, into the summer, into the fall. You worrying about planting in the fall? No, I don't. No, I don't even think about planting in the fall. The only thing I plant in the fall is like the edo heads them that I harvest. The edo, I put them back in the ground because I know they're not gonna harvest, produce nothing until next fall. So this is how I garden, guys. You know, these are pigeon peas. I know they're not gonna grow, produce anything, but I just love to see them. I just love to see their beauty, and also they add a lot of nitrogen in our soil. So that's the only purpose why I'm growing them. All right. All right, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're here for the first time, please subscribe. If you're here for the first time, please hit the notification bell. Don't forget, guys, hit that bell that you can get all the latest update, guys. Hit that bell, guys. All right. Hey, Charlotte Parham, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. See, guys, another harvest is ready. I just do radish and beets. Anything else, I let the garden rest. Definitely. Radish and beet, they don't take long to produce. You know, them take days. When I say days, weeks, them take to produce. So you could plant them and you still have time to harvest and allow the soil to rest. But it's important, it's really important to rest your soil. It really do. Or if you're not resting the soil, then you will have to really maintain in it. So that's what I do, guys. I maintain my soil. In the fall, I'm out here working hard, getting this soil together for the next garden season. So your plants, them gonna, when they start growing and producing, nothing gonna hold them back. Nothing at all. You see? Plants just growing, watch. Everywhere you turn is bell pepper, I'm telling you. Watch. That's a 9-foot bell pepper tree, guys, and counting. For the people who never saw a bell pepper tree 9 feet tall and have pepper all the way up to the top, if you're new to the channel, you could tell someone you saw a 9-foot bell pepper tree live at Planter Garden TV. All right? You could tell someone I saw a 9-foot bell pepper tree, and guess what? Loaded with pepper too. Loaded with really big pepper. Look at this one rug here. So now I need to brace these up because they're getting heavy. And if I embrace them up, what's gonna happen? They're gonna pop these limbs, and I'm not in for that. Because if you look to the top there, you're gonna be seeing a bunch of flowers and pepper, small one coming in. All right, so if you're here for the first time, you can tell someone I saw a 9-foot bell pepper tree at Planter Garden TV. Yes, yes, yes. 2025, yes. No one can tell you, after you see this, no one can tell you you never saw a bell pepper tree 9 feet tall. All right? You know, I now harvest these bell pepper a few weeks ago. It's not, no, in a few days ago. Few days ago, I know harvest, and I did a live where I harvest all these, so much bell pepper. Guys, it's the same thing again. In a couple days, it's gonna be a massive bell pepper again. Eggplant. You know what eggplant I harvest this year, guys? Listen, I harvest so much eggplant this year and still harvesting. It's a blessing, I'm telling you all. So the method that I use is full proof of what I'm talking about. The method that I use in my garden is my garden is foolproof now. All right, so this is why I might show you guys the results so many times, because you have to. Because if you're talking about gardening and you're telling people, oh, you proof to back it. So this is why you're gonna see me showing you the production so many times and the harvesting so many times, because I've been talking about it. Proof is what matters. We could talk all day. Without the proof, it didn't make any sense. Okay? So yes, I'm so grateful, so grateful. So glad to have an audience like you guys, man. You guys are amazing. Thank you for hitting the like button, guys. Truly appreciate it. Pure go. So yes, so I can't wait until next season. I think I'm focusing on eggplant and pepper. Listen to me. Listen to me. Well, you're gonna, number one, you're gonna get some of the bell pepper seed. Like I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you this now. These bell pepper seed, you have to grow them natural. If you really want the success from these bell pepper, you got to grow them natural. That's what they used to, that's what they know. All right? You grow them natural, use a lot of organic matter, follow the steps that I give you, and you might be growing 9 feet pepper tree as well. Because you're getting seed from the same plant. All right? And eggplant, I love eggplant. Hey Lornetta Lawrence, how you doing? Good to see you. Yes, tomato too. You get a good breed of tomato and you're good because I plant my tomato them since last spring. Yes, since last spring, and my tomato, I now harvest tomato a few days ago. So this is my goal is, guys. My goal always is planting things that can feed me all during the year, and I'm able to harvest go right down to the frost. Then when the frost come, then I just relax. Only walking on the soil, coming back, walking on the soil, doing these type of things because you know, like pumpkin, you know you're gonna be harvesting pumpkin in the fall. Edo, Dashi, and Tanya, you're gonna be harvesting them in the fall. But during the year, even the pumpkin, guys, even the pumpkin leaf, people eat the pumpkin leaf, the young shoot them. So all these plants is what you could be feeding from during the season. So I cannot tell you guys what to plant. You guys got to know what you like. But me personally, I think about the plants that make sense to me. And that's what you got to do too. What makes sense to you? That's what you hold on pan. That's what you grow. Plants that producing food for you. All right, guys, take me to that 50 likes, guys. Take me to that 50 likes. I will appreciate it. If you're on your phone, double tap the screen, guys. Double tap the screen. Take me to that 50 likes, guys. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm going to cook up some pumpkin leaf very soon. Yes, people eat these type of stuff, man. So this is what, even potato vines, guys. But before, I want you to do your research first, okay? You see, let me show you what I eat. These potato vines here, these young one, not the old one, the young one. The young ones, them, I cook them up really nice and eat them. You understand? We also, the Edo leaf, the young Edo leaf, we also eat these leaves. All right? So I designed this garden to feed me and my family, not just to grow a garden because I can grow a garden. No, it's about feeding me and my family. Okay? Then, the next thing again, I'm not putting anything around my plants. I'm not doing that. I gotta know what I'm putting around my plants. So we have, let me give you some names, things that we use. We have pumpkin leaf that we use. We have the new shoot. We have potato, the new shoot. We have Edos, the new shoot. It's just the new shoots. All right? So do your research for your own self on these plants I'm telling you about, and you'll see for yourself that people been eating them for years upon years upon years. All right? Thank you, Pure. Appreciate that. Yes. So guys, this kind of information, man, you don't find this information out there that easy. And especially showing. Yes, exactly, Pure Grow. Exactly. It's a lot of leaf that people eat out here. There's a lot of leaf that people use and make tea. Do your research, guys. You might have them leaf in your backyard and don't even know it. All right, guys, I need 3 more likes to hit that 50. 3 more likes to hit that 50, guys. I will appreciate it. But I have to say, thank each and every one of you who come out here today Thank every one of you who smashed that like button. That shows me a lot. I appreciate that. Egypt Jamaican, Egypt born Jamaican blessings. Thank you all so much. Yes, 2 more likes to take me to that 50, guys. 2 more likes. Truly appreciate you guys, man. You guys are well supportive. Yes, you guys are well supportive. I appreciate you all. Lord Esperi, how you doing? Blessing, blessing. Yeah, I'm just here in the garden, man. Just talking to my followers, you know. Talking about compost, making compost. Talking about the production of the plants, the growth. You know, this year we have a 8-foot bell pepper tree and a 9-foot bell pepper tree right at this moment over there. Yes, and our garden is doing really, really well. So I'm just here sharing some information to the people, you know. Yes, guys. All right. One more to hit that 50, guys. One more like to hit that 50. Appreciate you guys. Well supportive. And you know what? You guys know, you guys can always go back and check my lives. You can always go back and check my videos. Oh, 50 like, wow. Wow, you guys, amazing. You guys are amazing. Thank you all so much for the 50 likes today. I appreciate you all. And guys, don't forget, I'm also going live, going in the thank you, Pure Group. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you so much. Blessings, Jaya. Blessings. Yes. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all. I want you guys to tune in. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please tune in. You know why? We also creating a living space, basically just for information purpose, just to show you guys how to do it. We basically building a shed in the forest, and we also gonna be cooking from in there. We're gonna be relaxing, chilling, doing videos, sit down, having conversation. So yesterday we did a live where we was preparing it, actually preparing the place. We even put in 2 posts yesterday. So stay tuned, guys. If you didn't hit the like button, if you didn't subscribe, please subscribe, because yes, there's gonna be some real interesting video. And during the fall and the winter, we will be sitting right there having this kind of conversation while we cooking. We talking about gardening, we talking about cooking, we talking, showing you how we catch the fire outside. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting, yes. So stay tuned, guys. And like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because, and also hit the bell, because when you hit the bell, that's how you're gonna get notified that we live. All right, or we upload a video. All right. So I just want to say again, thank you all for coming out today. Thank you all for all the support. You guys are amazing. Such an amazing audience. Appreciate you all, man. All right. So we're going to see you guys next time. Who knows, maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. That's why you have to stay. You got to hit that bell so you could get notified when we go live, because we just go live anytime. Anytime we go live. We don't choose any day. We just go live. All right. So thank you all so much, man. I appreciate everyone for coming in. Peace, love, and blessing to each and every one of you. Yes, Pilgrim, and blessing to you, brother. Blessing to everyone that comes in today. Thank you all so much. Thanks for all the support. appreciate you guys, man. You guys have a wonderful evening. Peace and love.